There is a new development that has multiple layers to it. This story's not going away. And as long as we are going to get to the bottom of Israel's involvement in what is going on here, we will not let it die. A gentleman by the name of Ryne Simmons was apparently someone who knew Charlie Kirk personally, was at the event in Utah, and was filming it as well. He has some very important things to say about that experience. Here we go.
So originally when I sent this video in to the FIB.
Or not counting gang violence. Great.
So it looks like I've got to load this one up again, but if there's one thing that you guys have probably seen in the initial shot, no pun intended, it certainly doesn't look like what they were telling you it was. So this gets more and more interesting.
So originally when I sent this video in to the FIB.
Or not counting gang violence. Great.
So what I see here, as I'm sure you see as well, I don't see a sniper shot. I see some type of an explosion. The reaction, physical, to the back of his, whether it's his spine, the base of his neck, whatever that is, that doesn't look like a bullet to me. What it looks like is some type of an explosive. Am I crazy? I don't think so. He's got a little bit more to say about this.
For tips, I thought I was doing a service and, you know, to Charlie and helping out. So it started off where I got in contact, was talking to someone at the local field office there in my local state. And then it jumped up a few levels. Then I was talking to someone on like the national level. That person had called me back and they had said, because this was your friend, I think it's best that you erase the video from your phone because it's just going to give you PTSD. And then called it another time to ask if I had erased it.
The FBI is calling Ryne Simmons and telling him, delete this video. You should do it for your own safety and health. Basically warning him that if you don't do it, it's not going to end well for you, pal. Now, one of the best parts about living in the technological age that we live in today is that you can't hide these things the way that you once could. Like I said, you can't murder a president and get away with it the way that you did 60 years ago. Today, people are going to ask questions in a way that they didn't 60 years ago. And if that's not enough, there is also the element of videotape. Somebody was going to record from a certain angle that Charlie Kirk was sitting in that was going to show, yeah, this doesn't add up. Something's going on here. So I'm playing a deleted video. I've reached out to Ryan. I hope he'll be interested in being a guest on our channel. but I do worry for his safety.
That was the first time that I felt like it was even right to post these videos. That was on my other account that was gone and just was removed after 5 years of building it. But so I got a call back and was asked to confirm that it was gone. And again, that's when I started sharing, posting, and saving on many different hard drives in many different places. It's been crazy. It's been rough.
You need to have some type of a kill switch, because if you have more evidence and they are going to try to make it look like an accident if they come for you, how many other people saw something that they shouldn't have seen? And they've already gotten that phone call to tell them, watch your step. Be very careful who you talk to. I've already had the police show up at my door, so I already know we're on the radar. And they're going to continue to come for us. They're going to continue to suppress the shit out of our channel. But as I said, I would rather die on my feet than live on my knees. Something very sinister and evil is happening to our country right now. It's reaching its breaking point, and I'm not going to sit on the sidelines and pretend like I'm not trying to save it, or at least usher it into the type of change that it desperately needs. I will not look back on this moment in history and question whether I did enough. I'll always believe that I didn't do enough, but I'll at least know that I tried and tried to do something good. Ryne Simmons has a lot of balls. And since he put this out on TikTok, I would be shocked if it's still up. Now, usually they can't get these things all at once, but if it gains a substantial amount of traction, they're eventually going to pull it. And they're going to say that, yeah, it was violent. You showed Charlie Kirk getting killed. We can't have that. Now, Ryan, for his own safety, I hope, has made at least some plans to take care of himself. God forbid anything happens. He's got more to say.
Originally, when I sent this video into the FIB for tips, I thought I was doing a service and, to Charlie and helping out. So it started off where I got in contact, was talking to someone at the local field office there in my local state. And then it jumped up a few levels. Then I was talking to someone on the national level. That person had called me back and they had said, because this was your friend, I think it's best that you erase the video from your phone because it's just going to give you PTSD. And then called it another time to ask if I had erased it. That was the first time that I felt like it was even right to post these videos. That was on my other account that was gone and just was removed after 5 years of building it. But
removed after 5 years. So this is a guy who was posting content, never had an issue until it became an issue because he crossed a Rubicon that you're not supposed to cross. And there are people out there who still think that the patsy, as we refer to him, is the person who did the deed. People like Jack Posobiec putting out videos saying that they found a palm print of the guy. If you watch this video and you still think that was a sniper shot, go fuck yourself. You're working for the Mossad as far as I'm concerned. And you're a traitor to this country on top of that. Either you have the guts to say what needs to be said, do what needs to be done, or get the fuck out of here. As I've said on this stream, I'll say on every stream, I don't have any love for Charlie Kirk. I respected the hell out of his grift. He's one of the best I've ever seen. And he knew how to command the Christian Zionist flock, and that's what he was paid millions of dollars to do. But then he decided to get his head right in the right way. And the powers that be said, oh, no, you don't. You're going to do what we say. That's why Bill Ackman dragged him out to the Hamptons. And as far as I'm concerned, Bill Ackman had something to do with his demise. I believe that. I'm never changing my mind. And lo and behold, what happened? He's dead. And they had, and people that were in positions had a choice. What do you want to do? You want to get in line? You want to keep making money? Or do you want to end up like Charlie? It'd be really unfortunate if that were to happen to you too, you know. They don't come out right and say that they're going to kill you. You know what they do? They do exactly what that piece of ever-loving Zio scumbag shit did with Tommy Robinson. He opens up a book, shows it to him, and basically tells him, you have a choice here. I am showing you a book of 6 million Jews dead naming because we want you to understand how serious we take this and what will happen to you if you even think about getting out of line. And more than ever, they have to employ these tactics. Why? Because they're losing control. For so many years, for so many generations, they've always had to execute, in more ways than one, violent, overt, systemic control over the masses and over the proxies that do their dirty work. But now it's not holding like it once did. So now the measures are getting that much more desperate. Now they have to go to even greater lengths to get people to shut up, to get people to get in line and do as they're told. Don't ever question us, or you will meet your demise. You have a video that actually shows what happened to Charlie Kirk? You better keep that video to yourself, buddy, because we're watching you, and we will come and get you if we have to. You could tell how scared Ryan was, but he felt that he had to put that video out there. And to his credit. Like I said, guys, I'm not suicidal. I'm not crazy. I'm just searching for the truth. And perhaps get in trouble for putting that out there. Who knows? Who knows if our channel is going to get demonetized again? Who knows if I'm going to get a phone call? I was getting a phone call from a bunch of different phone numbers from New York and Los Angeles calling me in the middle of the night, threatening voicemails, saying things like, you're going to be sucking Israel cock for the rest of your life, blah, 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 blah. I'm not kidding. So I'm letting you know now how deep this goes. Now, do I take that guy seriously? Well, listen, he's got to call me from a fake number. It was an untraceable line. So naturally, I'm going to, just think, oh, okay. So they're trying to give me the business and try to see, hey, well, maybe if we scare him, he'll back off. Hey, it's not going to be easy. You have to have a huge level of tolerance to be able to do this, to bear witness, to fight this fight. It's not easy. We cannot back off. We're too close. We're too close to breaking through. But if you see anyone out there pushing the Tyler Robinson story, you tell them to go to hell.